What's up, Big Blue Nation, and welcome to the Wildcat Zone. I am your host, Daniel Bentley, and we're episode 7 is where we're at now. The Cats go down to Knoxville and knock off Tennessee, ranked number 24 in the top 25. I'm gonna go over just a little story time with Daniel Bentley about an interaction I had at a football game earlier this year. I'm going to talk about the game, first half, second half, and who my MVP of the game is for today in our great victory down in Knoxville. Um, so, starting off, I'll give you a little backstory on what I'm about to say. I'm going to start off with saying, hey, man, I waited. I waited on you. Um, so, backstory. This past football season, me and my family went up. My dad got free tickets from his work to the Tennessee-Kentucky football game, which ended up being a slaughter fest for the Cats up there. We did score a lot of points. Cutter Bowley did score a lot of touchdowns, threw a lot of touchdowns. Probably the most touchdowns that season against the SEC opponent. But the seats that we did have, we were in, I think it was section 13. It's the visitor section of Kroger Field. Sitting right behind the pride of the Southland, whatever. Tennessee's marching band was down in front of us. So we were, even though we were in Lexington and God's country, we were sitting in very hostile, ugly, puke in a pumpkin orange section of Kroger Field. But anyway, get in the game. Tennessee scores the first touchdown within like first 3 minutes of the game, first quarter. It was the part of the game where, in my opinion, the air went out of the stadium. Tennessee's up 14. The Cats had already scored his touchdown, so it was 14-7. Cutter Bowley's his second offensive drive. Throws a pass to Kendrick Law. It gets batted by a Tennessee defender and then picked off and ran back for a pick six. When this happened, we had these obnoxious Tennessee fans sitting behind us. I know Tennessee fans, I know I have a couple that listen to my podcast, so support me. A lot of your fans are obnoxious. I'm sorry. But sitting behind me and my wife and screaming very loudly in my ear, you just wait till basketball season when you come down to Knoxville and get the same kind of treatment. You wait till basketball season. And I have been sitting on this for, I think that was back in November, December, January, 3 months now. And to whoever that was, hey, buddy, I waited. We come back and knocked y'all off in your own home court and had our fans chanting, "Go Big Blue." I told you guys, "Go Big Blue" would be heard on the TV. I told you guys that last week. Blue gets in down there in Knoxville. They don't call us Big Blue Nation for nothing. We are everywhere. But to that guy and all good sportsmanship, I waited. Now, we got to play Tennessee in the next couple of weeks at home in Rupp Arena. But we went down to Knoxville. He specifically said, "You just wait till you come to Knoxville." I waited, buddy. I waited. And we come back and beat you. Come back and beat you from a 17 down. 17 down, come back and beat you. Embarrassed y'all. Tennessee should be knocked out of the top 25 after this loss to our wonderful Cats that are being coined as the cardiac cats because they get down so early in the first half, they give their fans a heart attack. And come back and win. Right. So my thoughts on the game. First half is It was a little bit better. I mean, we got down 17. That was the most Tennessee had scored was 17. But the first 10 minutes of the game, it was kind of back and forth. I mean, we were staying within 5. And Tennessee slowly started pulling away as they were getting turnovers on us. First half, terrible turnovers, terrible turnovers, self-inflicted stuff. Guys just not hitting shots. I mean, this team starts out slow. I don't understand it. I don't think anybody understands it. But they start out slow, and they as you can see, this is the fourth game in a row that we've come back and beat a team. Not really in a row, but fourth game this season we've come back and beat a team that we were down in double figures to. So the first half, we chip away after I think it was a timeout there around the 5-minute mark of the first half. Mark Pope starts making some adjustments. You guys start locking down on defense. We chip it to 11 going into halftime. And I was not expecting us to come back and win. I really wasn't. I mean, come back in the second half, Denzel Aberdeen is knocking down threes. They're sharing the ball a little bit better. But it seems like every time we scored, they were just trading baskets every time. Second half, the balls were turning over the ball a lot more in the second half. I think they only had 2 turnovers in the first half to our 8. And by the end of the game, I think the turnover margin was about the same. We didn't turn over the ball nearly as much in the second half. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 trips that we did. But the balls shot themselves in the foot, turning over the ball. And our guys started knocking down shots in clutch time, going down into the 5-minute mark. Oway did not have a good game. They whatever they done defensively on him, he was not hitting shots like he normally does. I mean, he was driving in the paint, like that's his role to do, is to catch the ball while driving and get fouls. They weren't calling the fouls, and he was missing the shots. So you got Oway not doing this thing until the second half, right? First half, Jasper Johnson really kind of kept us in the game. I think he ended up scoring 12 points altogether. We had 5 cats in double figures, and that willed us to the win. Oway finally ended up coming alive there in the second half and being the force that we needed him to be. So, second half, comeback win for the Cats. My MVP for the game would be Denzel Aberdeen. It's his first MVP on this show. I've not been very kind to him in my earlier episodes. He just like the game against LSU, he was our spark plug for this game. He come out knocking down shots, sharing the ball. And even though I'll give a shout out to another one of our players that I've been kind of harsh to. Diabate, he put in some good minutes today. He did foul out. He did have a dumb foul there with like 10 seconds left. He fouled that guard for Tennessee. Shouldn't have done that. But it worked out in our favor because he missed the first free throw. Or no, he made the first free throw and intentionally missed the second one. And gave us the ball back. But he put in some good minutes. Diabate did on the defensive glass. I think that's what his role needs to be. You could tell he's kind of searching where he needs to fit on this team. But I said this last week. He needs to be, if we need defensive stops, he needs to be in there. Because he's a good defender. I'll give him that. Him, Oway, Aberdeen. I'd even say Moreno would be our fourth. And either Cam Williams or Colin Chandler would be our fifth guy in that lineup to to be a good defensive stop. Chandler again come in clutch. Speaking of Colin Chandler, come in clutch, getting that turnover on Tennessee where they passed the ball right to him, and getting that Oweh dunk. I think that really changed the tide. That's when we really brought it down to. I think we brought it down to 1 point when Oweh got that dunk. That was the tide turning. You could tell Tennessee was on their heels. They didn't know what to do. I give credit to Rick Barnes. He's had good teams over the years, but I think this is the second time that the Vols have been up I think it was 100-2. Now it's 100-2. It was 100-1. 100 games, other than one game last year, every time they've been up, Tennessee's been up, they've won. Right? That's a pretty good win percentage. 100-1 going into this game. Now it's 100-2, and the same coach done it the first time. Mark Pope and his Kentucky Wildcats, the school that he loves, his alma mater, went down to Knoxville and knocked off Tennessee for the win. Comeback win. I didn't have any expectations for this game. I really didn't. And when it got up to 17, I'm like, yeah, we're about to get blown out. I was waiting on the text from my fellow colleagues at work, giving me a hard time, but I have yet to receive anything, given that we beat them. I love beating Tennessee every year just because I'm from here. I was born here, but I was raised to have blue blood. When the doctors checked my blood type, they said that's UK blue right there. I was born to be a Kentucky fan. I love beating Tennessee. That's one of my top 3 teams that I despise the most every time we play them. And it's just part of living here. It's part of pride. Monday, every day I'll be representing UK. But definitely tomorrow and going into work Monday, I'll be wearing that pretty Kentucky blue. We got the last laugh on them. Like I said, we got to play them in the next couple weeks. The next game we got coming up is Wednesday night at 7 p.m. against the Texas Longhorns. That expectation for that game, I'm going to roll with it. I ain't got any. I ain't got no expectation. These cardiac cats are giving the fan base a heart attack, getting down so low in the first half. But we are playing at Rupp. They beat us last year. I think them coming to Rupp, I think we owe them one. I don't know much about Texas. I have to do some research on them, but we play Texas Wednesday, and then Saturday we play Ole Miss. So I may not be able to watch the Ole Miss game. I have to catch it after it goes off live broadcast, but I will be doing an episode on it as well. That's pretty much all I got. I'm on cloud 9 right now. I'm sure the rest of Big Blue Nation is as well. So I'm going to leave you with a good old-fashioned crack of a L8, the refreshing 100% Kentucky-made soda. And I'm going to say Godspeed and go Big Blue.